we're kind of hanging on a cliff here, man. As far as Bitcoin goes,
Today I interview professional trader CryptoFace,
not many people out there that trade as big as me live.
one of the largest and most respected traders in the crypto trading space,
No one's trading, 10, $20 million positions live.
as he reveals a humble warning about the looming crypto crash.
If this weekly candle closes on Sunday, that's 3 red weekly candles, which, to be honest, man, isn't really a good sign. Last time we had 3, red candles we had.
Watch today's whole video. We also talk what's next for Ethereum.
So this is Ethereum on the monthly.
And click subscribe so you never miss conversations like this. Just for the folks at home, could you explain your background, how you found crypto, and why you don't show your face?
Geez, my background. Boy, I've been on YouTube trading crypto for almost a decade now. Founder of Market Cipher. Crypto Face. It's kind of just my shtick. Like, people have seen me in person and stuff. And so no one cared what I had to say until I wore the mask. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
For sure. And you do put, I think, a lot of your trades publicly, the wins and losses, you post those publicly, which I respect.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure, there's not many people out there that trade as big as me live. I don't think anyone else. There's a couple Koreans that do, but no one's trading, 10, $20 million positions live, for better or for worse. And it's definitely an experience, but that was my niche because no one else was really doing it. Now there's more people that are starting to do it, which is cool. But yeah, man. And so that's what I do, man. Trade live and try to do this crypto thing, man, for sure.
In your opinion, what separates a good trader, somebody you respect, and a bad trader?
Oh man, there's a lot to it. I would say it takes 2 things to be successful as a trader. Number one is you need to have a process, so strategies, whether it's a pattern or a couple indicators that work. And then the second part is you have to be a master of yourself and your own discipline and, when to get out, controlling your emotions, so to speak. So a good trader knows their rules, basically has a checklist and sticks to them long term, because you're supposed to be doing this for the rest of your life. Like if you enjoy trading and you want this to work, you want to do this for the rest of your life, and it's the long game. It's the turtle is the way to go. Everyone else might be partying, might be having a great time, but eventually they're going to crash out, and you kept it safe. And that's why you're still alive. So I respect the swing trader, not so much the trader. And I have respect for all traders. I'm not saying that you can't day trade a bunch and not make it work, but it's like having sticks and stones against a nuclear nation. The market makers, and whether it's the Chinese or the Americans, have much more powerful tools, and they know a lot more, than us little guys. And so I like, my ideal trader has maybe a couple good ones per month, and they know when to leave and they know when to stay in.
Love it. On that note, dude, I'd love to know what's next for Bitcoin.
Oh boy, I tell you, next time you're gonna have me on when things are looking bullish, because I think last time it was bearish too. But let me go ahead and share my screen here.
By the way, anybody trading crypto and wants to claim a limited time $100,000 bonus only with referral code Altcoin Daily, link down below with exchange partner Bitchunex. Again, this is only for the Altcoin Daily audience. Over $100,000 worth of newbie benefits awaits you. Follow along, link down below.
So I'm going to start with the Bitcoin weekly, which is super important. So the first thing first here is if this weekly candle closes on Sunday, that's 3 red weekly candles. which to be honest, man, isn't really a good sign. Last time we had three, red candles. We had, what is this, a 20% drop? 20% drop. The time before that, probably had a good drop. Like right here, this was an overall downtrend. And so three red candles on a daily, on a weekly is typically not that good of a thing. Um, and I kind of feel like as a whole, we've been a little euphoric. We got rewarded this summer early. Like we were expecting, a bad summer, and it started out pretty good. And so we're kind of euphoric and thinking that things are just going to continue to go up throughout the end of the year. Where actually, in fact, let me come back here. So this line is 2026, right? So if let's say we drop, well, how long was this? So last one, this was 80 days from just the last drop. Well, if we go from here to 80 days, where does that put us? That puts us at like November, October, even into December. So um, it's a little worrying, a little worrying. This is momentum. Momentum's coming down. This is market side for my indicator. And so, we'll see here. Let's go to the daily. So on the daily, this green wave, these green and red waves, is our money flow. So money flow is just like water to a garden, where if you water the desert, eventually plants will grow. If you take water out of a forest, the forest will eventually become a desert. So it's the same thing with trading. If money is the water, so when money's coming in, it'll go up and down, but overall the price will go up. So right here, right, money flow's been coming down, and we are at this green dotted line currently. And if we kind of just go back to, well, when was the last time we were at this green dotted line right here? Well, that was back in February, and we had a drop to go through, and so we're kind of hanging on a cliff here, man. Um, as far as Bitcoin goes, these are our RSIs. This is a stochastic RSI, the purple, and this red line is just a standard RSI. There's color coded; they go green and red, and so they are gapped right here, which means that we can still have bounces. When the RSIs are together like this, it's strong. So this is boom, coming down super strong. So on that subject, actually, if we go to Ethereum, for example, Ethereum, the RSIs, both RSIs are inside of each other right here, super strong. But if they're going to be inside of each other on the way back down, that's it's going to come down hard. Um, Another thing, actually, let me go back to Bitcoin here. Do you remember in April when I sent you that message that the bull run was going to start?
Yes.
Okay, that was right here, right? And so now we kind of have an inverse momentum's kind of clipping right there. So it's a little scary. It's a little scary. Um, but hopefully we have some big whales come in and save the day. So, maybe we drop on Bitcoin for it's possible to go down for a month or two and still be saved in the end of the year. Hopefully.
That would be bullish to me if we, nothing goes up forever. If we have a down September, which is pretty historic, the Septembers are usually down. That's better long term.
Yeah. And so and actually too, um as you go along with the trend, the time shortens. And so I don't remember which time frame. Okay, I think this was it. Um I don't remember which time frame it was, but the last drops, it was like 80 days. Then this one was 40 days. So maybe this one will be 20 days, just kind of giving just some hopium there. Um, with Ethereum, so this is Ethereum on the monthly, and these RSIs had us hooting and hollering with Market Cipher. Also, this momentum wave clipping. So at this point, we knew to go super hard, and Ethereum went up over 100%. So the monthly on Ethereum technically still looks good, but this month, dude, is actually the first month, I think, since March, since the weekly and the monthly end on the same day. So this week and this month both end on Sunday. So it's almost like, ooh, that could be like a strong anchor for reversal. And I believe the last time that happened was in March of 24. I had it somewhere here. March of 2024. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. So it was March 2024 was the last time that the end of the week and the end of the month ended on the same day. Could be nothing, but it could be something. And it's not that it's necessarily bearish because the one before that was in December 2023, which was right here. And it's kind of like they seem like almost anchor points. So, speaking of Ethereum on the weekly, this was great on Market Cipher. Beautiful momentum came up. We had the confirmation, but now we have momentum pinching back down. Yeah, dude, it's. I wish I could be like super bullish right now, man, but it's a little worrisome. I mean, ETH, we came up to our all-time high, right, or close to it. Pretty much hit it. I don't know if we broke it, but it's pretty much on the dollar, And so, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know about Ethereum, and it's not looking pretty.
Crypto face, let me ask you this. Those charts that you just showed me, they make a lot of sense. Let me give you two other indicators for the chart that make a lot of sense to me. The M2, global M2 is exploding, and rate cuts are coming. Whether or not they happen in September, by next year, it's pretty clear they'll be lower than where they are today.
Yes. Okay. So, do dig the M2. That's cool. It's been kind of working. I am much more the rate cuts is totally our hope. So this year, I mean, we're in the four year Bitcoin cycle. In fact, I can pull it up here. The chart's a little bit messy, but if we zoom out here, and again, excuse me for the messy chart here in my little friends. But boom, that's year 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we are in the fourth year of the 4 year cycle, which is always the most volatile year. So, God dang it, there was a point I was going to make with this. Oh, yes, the volatility. So, it's been snapping up and down. Dude, the Fed rates, the Russian and the Ukraine war ending, and then the Fed cutting rates were like my two bullish triggers to just yank us out. Um, I thought the inflation numbers that came in this week, it had like an instant pump, but then it dumped, and so I thought I was going to hold for a little longer. But yeah, dude, the rate cut totally could save the day. So we'll see what happens.
And you respect M2, but you were talking about money flows for Market Cipher, and that's going down,
Yeah.
but M2 has been going up.
Well, I mean, they're two different things. I mean, the M2 is just how much money they're printing, right? And so the flow of money, the flow of cash coming into an asset pair, could be a little different. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. You know what could give us hope with that is actually Solana. So on the weekly, the money flow on Solana is curving up here. So this could kind of be like our little secret sign that there might be hope. This was going to be like if I had to choose one altcoin or one coin that would ignore everything else and go up, right now would be Solana. So Solana looks good. Momentum's open. Money flow's coming up. So I believe what the Fed meeting is what a couple weeks from now. So 2 weeks, 14 days, we could be hooting and hollering.
Just to be clear, Bitcoin potentially, you've said this before, but a 20% correction to the downside, that would bring it to what price range? And then where would that take the Ethereum price range?
Yes. So let's pull this up here. Okay, so let me see. Was it 20% from the bottom or was it 20% from the top? Okay. So if we take this, the first candle of it starting to go down. Oh, hang on. Let me go to standard candles. Okay. So let's say if we go from 1, 2, 3 candle and just go from the bottom of the third candle, that was a 20%. So if we end the weekly rate where we are right now, we go down 20%, that'll bring us to 85,000. It seems so far away. And then with Ethereum, geez, when was the weekly on Ethereum? Hang on a second here, dude.
No
This
rush.
was February. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, so here's the February drop. Let me mark this. Okay, we were talking about the percentage drop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the last time we had 3 weekly candles with the Bitcoin drop right here from the bottom candle, that was 20%. So that was in February. And so if we go to Ethereum and we go from the bottom of the candle, that was 35%. Although Ethereum hasn't gone down that much. But your question was 20% down. That would be a $3,400 Ethereum. 30% would be 3,000. But to be honest, dude, which is a point I wanted to make, which you reminded me of, is for the first time this month, altcoins and Bitcoin have been doing different things with price action. Some altcoins have been doing this, others been doing that. And that hasn't happened for a really long time, where each coin is doing its own thing.
So what's the conclusion? Altcoin season.
Oh man, oh boy. Yeah, well, here's my conclusion. My conclusion is I still have hope. I'm a believer in the 4 year cycle. So um, hopefully we come back up at the end of the year. And then next year, is something gonna give? Is something bad gonna happen? That starts to bring the price down. Or is it gonna be different this time? So far, the 4 year cycle thing's really, really played out. The fourth year's been the most volatile year. It's been the year where we hit all-time highs. And so, yeah, man, we'll see that the weekly right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, Austin.
If the 4 year cycle remains intact, where could that put Bitcoin at cycle highs?
Where would that put Bitcoin for the cycle highs?
Yeah, like price, if it pops back up in December,
Yep.
November,
So
140.
my number was 150. I could here, let's see here. Mm, hang on. All right. So I don't really have like a chart that gives me an exact price, dude. But my guess at the earlier the year was Bitcoin low 80,000, Bitcoin high 150,000. With the Fed rate cuts, when those come in, if that reverses this kind of little slump that we're in and we just go, who knows? Maybe we do match up with the M2 money supply. Um, actually, we there is more wars kind of getting started. So I was actually a little concerned that if the Russian-Ukraine war end, there's going to be a lot of stocks that are going to pull back. And I'm not saying like, oh, I want war, but we're kind of starting stuff with Venezuela, so that might keep things going with the stock market as well. So, yeah, man, in the immediate short term on the weekly, it's not looking good. In a couple weeks, we have the Fed cut, and so hopefully that turns things around.
Crypto face, such great perspective. Flip the camera back on us or take us off screen share if you would.
Okay. All right.
Dude, I appreciate this perspective. Links for all your stuff down below. There's a lot of traders, and I'm personally learning how to trade. Best advice for a trader out there.
Best advice. Pick three strategies. So what a strategy is either a pattern or a combination of indicators that give you an advantage, a good percentage advantage. Um, Pick a few of them, and then have a discipline of taking your money and getting out. Um, Actually, let me correct that. Uh, Pick a few strategies, whether it's a pattern or a combination of indicators, and the most important thing is your position sizing. You could have a 30% hit rate, but if your position sizing is small enough, you can still be profitable because you ride the winners. It's about being the turtle. So my advice to you, since you're learning, you want to learn how to trade, is go on YouTube and pull up the turtle strategy. Um, you can have a 90% hit rate, but if your position sizing is wrong, you'll get rocked. This has been the worst month. I actually had the worst month in trading this month for me in probably 3 or 4 years. Um, One of the main reasons, if not the main reason, was my position sizing. That's just being full transparent. So position sizing is everything, dude. You can be wrong most of the time. Right 1 out of 10, ride that wave, and you'll be okay.
And what's been your biggest win, the most money you've made in a trade, or what coin was that in the last year?
Uh, so this year I've been trading Ethereum, but I would like to get back to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's been a lot easier. This month I've just been getting whopped up and down by the jaggedness of Ethereum and also the Chinese, like the Binance AI market making is high powered and better than ever. So outside USA hours, man, if you're not riding the trend, they're getting you, man. You got to be real careful. So the market making attacking is real and it's only gotten better.
Interesting. Crypto Face, I
Yep.
want to have you back on 3, 4 months, revisit some of these charts, but thank you for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me.